What's going on, America? This is Kevin Corner. You know, I ain't no sensitive man by nature, but every once in a while I run across something that's so beautifully put. It makes me tear up because it's a work of art. It's a work of art. And Tucker Carlson dropped a work of art on his opening statement last night as he highlighted the fact that, you know, all of us racists and white nationalists running around America, just mad at the fact that we have a caravan, an invasion of Hondurans just gonna muscle their way into our country. You know, I guess we all being as bigotry as we are, you know what I mean? We hate everybody. We hate everybody. We don't want no immigration, not just illegals. We don't want none, apparently. You know, and the fact that especially immigration from people of color, gives me the willies. Yeah. See, according to the left, that's what we all feel. And we're the only nation that's so heinous, we're intolerant. You know, we're worst of the worst, y'all. We need to walk around with sacks on our head and sackcloth and ashes compared to all of the gracious other countries around the world who just says, you know what? We don't believe in laws, borders, or any of that stuff, you know, but you nasty, foul, racist Americans are persecuting people who just simply want a better life. They're judging us. And we should feel that judgment just down heavy on our heads and keep our mouths shut about it too. But Tucker highlights the fact that we're not the only ones that believe that. Did y'all believe? Listen, for all those out there that's scared to speak out, Tucker exposed this, that we're not the only ones. There's more of us. We don't have to hide in shadows. We don't have to go into tunnels and stuff to have secret meetings about our feelings about illegal immigration anymore. Because guess what? People in Mexico feel the same way. The same country that a lot of illegals that's been coming to our country, they also feel that way when people invade their country. And now remember, according to Don Lemonhead and according to Anderson Cooper and you know, Como and Jake Tapper and all the rest of them on MSNBC and stuff, and also the Democrats, this isn't an invasion. It's not. It's just people looking for a better life. See, I'm whispering because I don't want them to catch me, okay? Just exposing them. But Tucker did it, and I'm about to show you in a second. So anyway, yeah, we're supposed to believe that these people are just coming here. And it's mostly women, children, just gentle. Yeah, not almost predominantly all men. And they're not violent either. No, they're coming. They're going to peacefully tap on the door and say, excuse me, we're the gentle migrants that just, can you let us in? We just want a better life. No, they're not going to muscle their way in. They're not creating violence. There's no criminals in there either. No, somehow we're able to look out across the crowd and we should just know. Our guts should tell us that they're all peaceful. But then Tucker had the nerve to send somebody down there to do some investigation. And guess what he found out? Let's see. Whoa. Get your butt back over here. There we go.
Here's what he discovered.
What did he discover?
Should this caravan have been stopped at the Guatemala border?
Of course, I agree with that 100%. It should have.
Your country have to be beware of these people because they are bad people.
Because they don't belong here. They're just migrants, but it's like in the same case, it's like when Mexican migrants going to the U.S., they're undocumented.
You know of incidences here in Tijuana and in other cities that some of these people that are coming into with these caravans are committing crimes. This is not about racism. We don't dislike a certain group of people because they're from one country or another. We are here because our government has not taken control of these, what we call invasion.
Whoa, wait a second.
Yeah, I feel the same way, Tucker. I feel the same way because, see, I've been told by all of them that, first of all, only people who look at these people as invaders or legal immigrants are only white, rich, upper-class men. Yeah. So then when I start thinking practically like that, I was so embarrassed. I was like, you know what? I must be ashamed to my people to be thinking like a reasonable person, but according to everybody else, only people think like this are rich, white, upper-class men. But then I saw these Mexicans. And I had to double take. I had to zoom in and say, are these actors? Are these white people? I don't understand. You know, they're Mexican. They should all be like, woohoo, legal immigrants. Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, migrants are disruptive? They, quote, don't belong here? Some of them are criminals? It sounds like what they're saying in Tijuana is when Honduras sends its people, it's not sending their best. And that's a racist statement, obviously.
Yeah.
We know that because Donald Trump said something like that about Mexico once, and the geniuses on cable news never forgot it. They're still talking about that line years later as evidence of Trump's white supremacy. And yet here you have non-white people in Mexico saying pretty much exactly the same thing. How can that be?
I don't know, Tucker.
Let's check
tell
back
us.
with Tijuana to make sure we heard that right.
Let's go back.
Donald Trump tenía la razón. Es una invasión. Lo que dijo Donald Trump es
Donald
verdad.
said the
Es
truth.
una invasión.
This is an invasion.
Donald Trump was right? Wait. How can someone in Mexico say that? Everybody in Mexico hates Trump.
Yeah,
He
according to them.
believes in borders. Nobody in Mexico believes in borders. They're better than that. Well, maybe that was just a lone extremist talking, some crazy person who found a microphone and a TV camera. We better check with the elected mayor of Tijuana.
Yeah, let's
If
do that.
anyone can speak for the people of that city, he can. Here's what the mayor had to say about the migrant caravan.
I'll help you with the translation.
No
No city in the world is prepared for this. If I may, it is an avalanche. It's a tsunami.
An avalanche? A tsunami? Note the dehumanizing terms he uses. If this were a liberal arts college in America, the mayor might be suspended for saying that. He'd definitely be in some kind of diversity re-education class by now.
Yeah.
If he worked at Google, he'd be fired instantly. But he's not a student or a tech drone. He's the mayor of Tijuana, where people can still say what they think without fear of being denounced by Don Lemon on CNN as a white supremacist.
We can do that? Let me check. We can say what we want. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, let's hear some more.
They do say what they think. And in Tijuana, what they think is that a massive and abrupt demographic change is destabilizing to a society, no matter what the color of the people involved might be. It's particularly destabilizing if you're not rich, and most people in Tijuana are not rich.
Exactly.
Even in Mexico, they're wary of ignoring the law completely and treating borders like they don't exist. They know that doesn't end well. Most people know that doesn't end well.
Yeah.
The difference is, in Mexico, they can say that out loud. We can learn from that.
Yeah.
Enrique Acevedo was an anchor at Univision.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. And I just wonder why all of this that's going on down there in Tijuana, where you have the people from Mexico batting up against the people from Honduras, and they're saying things like Donald Trump was right. Nobody's covering that on CNN or MSNBC. Why not? Why aren't they going, you know what, let's get our anchor down there. Send Don Lemon. Send down Anderson Cooper to get some interviews from a different opinion. Because apparently we're the only racist country out here because we don't allow people to just jump over our border and invade our country. See, remember, according to them, it wasn't an invasion, first of all. Secondly, they're like 17 million miles away. I mean, you know what? And how did they end up in Tijuana so soon? That's you got about 6,000 of them down there? Anyway, that's not important. We don't need to deal with the facts, okay? All right? We want to just simply focus on the fact that our talking point tells us to say that all these people are just looking for a better life. So you have no right to lock your doors, to watch your borders, to act like you're concerned about how it affects our economy, how it affects our crime, how it affects our everything. You have no right. So shut your mouth, because if you question that, you know what you are. You know what it's coming. It's coming. You are racist. Even perhaps a white supremacist. So, no, stop using your brains. Just use your heart. Just use your heart. See, because you know what? If we don't keep telling y'all that we're the only racist country who practices this and secures our borders, if we don't keep telling y'all that the only reason you would have a problem with this is if you are a rich, white, upper class person and a white supremacist, then you now have the ability to look at it subjectively. You have the ability to look at it reasonably, and then you will come to the conclusion that having open borders and not tightening up our borders makes absolutely no sense. Now, we can't have you thinking that way, so we need to make sure you just focus on racism. That's it. And how do you even spin these Latino people that have the same problem with it as we do? So are they all racist? I guess they're racist. They're just so racist. These darn Mexicans. For a second, you know, they all hated Donald Trump, and there was nothing they can do that was wrong. No, nothing. But only the ones that disagrees with us, then now they also get thrown into the category of racism. It's kind of like, you know, black people. We love them, and you know what? We're the champions for black people. The Democratic Party is, in the liberal media. Until one of them becomes a conservative, then we just, no. They're not included in that. They're different. They're different. They're not black. You know what I'm saying? They're not the victim blacks. We need those. We need those. We need the ones that are constantly walking around saying we're victim. We don't want the Mexicans that are looking at illegal immigration like practical thinking Americans are. No, we want the ones that's walking around saying Donald Trump won't let us have our way. Donald Trump won't let us come into your country and just take advantage of your laws and all of the benefits that come with it. And because of that, he's a racist, he's a monster, he's an antichrist. Let's get those guys on film. How do you feel about Trump? Yeah, man, you know, he's like the devil. Oh, yeah, I mean, I can see that, I understand that. Yeah, and then another one's down the corner is like, no, man, Donald Trump's making sense. Get him out of the, See, step. Now, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, thank you, Tucker. Tucker always make me feel better about the situation. Thanks, Tucker. You know, maybe one day I'm gonna meet Tucker and I'm gonna like, Tucker, come here, Tucker, give me love. I'm gonna hug all over him because he just breaks it down. But secondly, it also shows the hypocrisy, the real motive of why they tell us what they tell us concerning illegal immigration. You know, why they lied to us about illegal immigration, why they downplay the severity of it, why they throw softball terms out there like, no, not an invasion, it's just people looking for a better life. They're doing that for a reason, people. They don't want you to look at it exactly how it is. What they want you to do is look at that big pile of doo-doo with peanuts and corn in it, and they say, hey, no, don't look at it that way. You know what? Envision a chocolate bar. That's all. You like Hershey's, don't you? You like Hershey's with peanuts in it? Yeah, it's a chocolate bar. But once you bite into it, you realize it's poop. Now, you've been listening to Kevin and Kevin's Corner. Check me out Wednesday nights at 7:30. Live radio blog talk show. And I go live on my YouTube channel as well. Also, check out Extreme Teas, my sponsor. And if you want to support Kevin and Kevin's Corner, there's a link in the bottom to do that as well. And also, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe and hit the notification button. And we'll see you next time in Kevin's Corner, where I attempt to make sense out of nonsense like Tucker just did. God bless.